So how do you learn Quranic recitation from scratch? I just taught on this subject and also some subtopic, and I felt like sharing with the larger audience how to go about this, because there will be someone out there, there is you out there that you want to learn how to recite the Quran and you don't know how, and the reason is not far-fetched. Maybe you're a revert, maybe you're a Muslim that is struggling with recitation of the glorious Quran, and you know for sure that the recitation of the glorious Quran is everything about the Islamic Salah, which is the Islamic compulsory obligatory prayer. Most things we say we recite there, most times, or let me say about half or probably a third, about 50% or more than that of the time we use during Salah is for recitation. So you may want to learn to read Quran in Arabic without the need for transliteration. You may want to master the recitation of the glorious Quran. So I'm trying to share my method with you, of which alhamdulillah I got a very good feedback from the student I just taught, that she enjoyed it. So is that you should be made to know the architecture of the glorious Quran as a whole. And if you see here, I have this first sub lesson. So in this first sub lesson, let me see if I can actually okay, let me put it. What I taught there is to give a broad architecture of the glorious Quran, and I named it levels of Quranic recitation. I explained to the students. So the first thing you need to know is this broad architecture of the glorious Quran. It's going to make your understanding of recitation easy and how to get yourself prepared ahead. So I told the student the glorious Quran is the peak, is the aim we are aiming at, to know how to read, recite any part of it. The second is for us to know that the glorious Quran contains 114 surah or 114 surahs. Surah is the chapter of surah. Surah, that's why I have in brackets here chapter. Then the third level is for you to know that each surah in the Quran contains of verses, and they are called ayats. The singular part of it, or the singular of it, is called ayah. So, but ayat is the plural form of it. Each ayah contains kalimat. Kalimat is also the plural form of kalima. Is the plural form of what? Kalima. So I also brought example of kalimat like kul hu. An example of kalima will just be like kul. An example of a kalima will be like kul. Kul huwa Allahu ahad is a face. So an example of a kalima here will just be kul. That's just a kalima on its own. It's a kalima on its own. That's another level. The next level is for you to know that huruf, kalima, a single word, is made up of what? Is made up of huruf. Huruf are letters. The singular form of a letter is called harf. Therefore, I have in bracket letters and Arabic letters. And as a whole, we have 28 letters in Arabic. We have 28 letters in Arabic. And these are the various levels of Quranic formation, as I called it. If you like, you can also call it levels of Quranic architecture. Levels of Quranic architecture. So Quran are the topmost pyramid, the suwar at the second level, ayat the next level, kalimat the second to the bottom, and huruf the last at the bottom. And if you also want to learn how to read, you should start from the bottom level and go up. You start from the bottom level to go up. So therefore, the next thing we learn, first, after that we define our learning goal. Before we move forward, I said the learning goal here is for us to master the recitation of the glorious Quran by memory, by identification, and by writing. So we started with the first 8 letters, of which probably in the next video I may also put you through, or probably this is just sufficient for the free part of the of my program. So if you want the paid one, you contact and give me a message. So see you in the next lesson, and I remember my Abu Saif, Ustaz Suleiman. Wassalamu alaikum.